I'm here with Steve Spawn, who's the editor-in-chief at Able Gamers Foundation. So, I mean, I'm probably just one of the people who's curious about what Able Gamers is all about. So why don't you just give us like a brief overview about what you guys do?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a really long answer. So what we are is Able Gamers Charity. We are a nonprofit foundation that helps empower people who are disabled to play video games just like anyone else, no matter what their disability. And what our core mission is to bring more people with disabilities into the gaming community. And whether that comes from reaching out to indie companies, to AAA companies, and getting them to add accessibility options to games that already exist, or teaching developers coming out of game school how to design better games, and then even on down to the individual level, if you have a disability and you want to play a game, we'll actually tell you what equipment to buy and what games are going to work for you.
That's really neat because, I mean, obviously there's, what, millions of gamers who are disabled, I'm sure.
33 million.
33 million. That's a massive number. Now, I tried this game right over here, the one you just control with your eyes, which is really impressive, and even for someone who's not disabled, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, well, technology's come such a long way. When you have games like that work with eye control. Actually, there are some more that are even coming out that are going to work with games that everyone else plays, and you can just use your eyes. And then there's even a couple that are even on Kickstarter right now that will only be controlled with your voice and nothing else.
Now, I emailed you a couple months ago, and you guys were living in your basement. No, you got some good news lately, correct?
That is correct. We just recently moved out of our president's home, where we were operating out of his basement, and now we have our own little headquarters, where we have all the machinery and stuff around you that we're building out to come and show all the people from PAX how great gaming with disability can be.
Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. Just where sort of do you come from in your history of playing video games? I mean, do you have a favorite game? What's your, I mean, have you been playing since you were a kid?
Well, yeah. Sort of personal, but also about the organization as well. I mean, I have always been a gamer, ever since back in Nintendo and the damn Ninja Turtle days where you couldn't get past that stupid dam. But all the way back, you remember that? Yeah. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, so all the way back there, and then when I got older, I graduated to Ultima Online and EverQuest. And, I'm an MMO player myself. And then, sort of both the backstory of Able Gamers and my own kind of interject, because when you have a disability like mine, which is a muscle disease, which is degenerative, and over time it will get worse, it limits the amount of games you can play. So I used to be a Star Siege Tribes player back in the day, and I was actually a pro player, and then, I was. And then I lost the ability to use my arms, so I had to graduate to things like Warcraft and stuff like that. But at any rate, when I got to the point that I could no longer play the games I loved, I reached out and I found Able Gamers, and that's when I found Mark Varley and his work, and I sort of signed up, and actually I emailed him and I was like, one of your articles is wrong, here's what it really is, all kind of snotty like I knew everything. And he's like, all right, well then you do it better. And next thing I know, 5 years later, I'm the freaking editor-in-chief because he suckered me into work.
Now, Steve, you wanted to talk briefly about donations. You guys got some big projects coming up, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that and how people can help?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a really big project that we're trying to put together. It's called Able Gamers to Go, and what that's going to be is a giant double-decker bus that is equipped with all kinds of game equipment and assistive technologies, everything you can imagine, and we're going to put it all inside a van. And then what we want to do is we want to drive it around the country to children's hospitals and veteran centers and get people who can't come to a PAX and can't come and see what this is all about and actually build the equipment for them right on the spot. But in order to do that, we really need the gaming community to rally behind us and help support the project. If anyone out there is interested, you can go to ablegamers.com/donate and read all about it and give what you can.
I think that what you guys do is really great. I think that video games, even personally, and I know the rest of my crew feels this way, are a source of sort of like, therapy even, and just a form of art, and just, I mean, there's all kinds of expressive uses for video games, So thanks for what you do. Keep up the good work. Congratulations on your new facility. And it was nice to meet you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you very much.